In order to support and enable the government raise the necessary funds for national development, there were requests for approval to borrow, both from the domestic and foreign sources. We have approved foreign loans of about $28 billion in the last 1 year. We had ensured proper scrutiny for the desired projects and programs of government, the conditions attached for the facilities before approving such borrowing requests. The task ahead of us is to ensure tracking, monitoring, and supervision of how the loans are applied. We must ensure that the target projects remain unchanged and that there is value for money also. The current experience of low revenues to government also challenges us to think and evolve new or additional sources of funding government projects, especially for the development of our infrastructure. While borrowing may be inevitable, we should also consider a public-private partnership as a means of funding some of our government projects. The COVID-19 pandemic has revealed how weak our health infrastructure is. The pandemic has also brought with it a new reality in our lives and livelihoods. We are clearly exposed to economic vagaries and instability largely due to our dependence on crude exports. This dependence leaves our country vulnerable to the vicissitudes of the international oil market price. We therefore have to confront the challenge of diversifying our economy for more reliable revenues and stable economy. With a funding gap of over $14 billion this year, the post-COVID-19 period can face a recession and job losses by millions of our citizens. There is an urgency more than ever to explore more sources of revenues in addition to the crude. The diversification of our economy must remain a top priority in the subsequent years from today. One means of diversifying our economy is the agricultural sector. The agricultural sector has the potential to provide employment and create wealth for our people. We should therefore consider all the possibilities in this sector. Equally important is the solid mineral sector. The present contribution of 0.03% to GDP by the sector is simply unacceptable. The potentials of this sector to contribute to our revenue basket is enormous. Our committees on agriculture, rural development, and solid minerals and steel development had conducted roundtable discussions previously. The reports of the discussions have already been laid. We should therefore consider the reports and come up with necessary lines of legislative actions to enhance their contributions to our economy. In the next 1 year, we should focus on how to keep our economy from going into recession. This entails working together with the executive arm of government to implement the economic sustainability plan of the federal government. We have to ensure that the economy remains afloat, provides for our citizens sustainable means of livelihoods. Our business concerns need intervention to keep them viable in order to protect jobs. We need to ensure that the various fiscal and monetary interventions provided in the revised 2020 budget, and particularly the economic sustainability plan component, are implemented fully. Our priorities should continue to be on growth-enhancing, pro-poor expenditures, and social sector investments. While we had a very active and productive 12 months, we also had our somber moments. We lost 3 of our distinguished colleagues. Senator Benjamin Uwajimogu represented Imo North, died on the 10th day of December 2019. Senator Ignatius Dayton Longjong, who represented Plateau South, died on 10th February 2020. And Senator Rose Oko, Cross River North, died on 23rd March 2020. Our distinguished departed colleagues were fine gentlemen and ladies who were hardworking and worthy representatives of their various senatorial districts. Our hearts go to their families and the senatorial districts they represented. May their gentle souls rest in perfect peace. Amen. Let me take this opportunity to commend our health personnel across the country for working tirelessly to manage our present health challenges occasioned by COVID-19 pandemic. We should continue to do everything to encourage and protect these national heroes and heroines. We are grateful to them. In conclusion, let me commend the clerk of the Senate and members of his team